Hey guys, Redax here, and today I'm bringing you a new deck profile. First things first, sorry, I know it's been about 2 weeks, a week, I don't know. I missed last week upload because I was busy with stuff and practicing with new decks since set 12 came out, and a whole bunch of decks got support, so I'm just been trying them out as much as I can when I'm not busy working. I got a new mat from Final Fantasy X, best Final Fantasy game. That's it. So yeah, this we're going to do a deck profile on Battle Sisters. OTT got really good because of one card, this card, this card. But yeah, start off with Battle Sisters because that's the one that I played the most in the last 2 weeks. Of course, if you see anything you don't like for example the starter, you can put a comment down below, say, oh, you should use this card or that card and all stuff in that. And I know there'll be some things that are not what people will play, but I play them because either preference or I have the cards and I don't want to look for the other cards. Uh, Anyways, let's get started. Starting Vanguard, Waffle. I know what you're saying. Why not? You're gonna run that new one that gives 3k to everybody. It's just preference. I like Waffle. I'm not saying the other one is bad. It's pretty good because it's getting 3k. Stacking it with the grade 3 stride skill and the new grade 4, they're giving you a whole field plus 9. This one I just like. I just like the superior calling. In case you're in a bind, you don't have anything good in your hand to call, you can just use your skill, hopefully get something good. So old card, Waffle, you can see it doesn't have the Forerunner skill. It just has when an OTT card is placed on top, you can move this to rear. And skill is Combats 1, put into Soul. You can check the top 3 cards of your deck, search for one Ballistic card in its name, call it to rearguard, shuffle your deck, and then the unit you call gets plus 2k. So getting superior calling from deck and then getting a small buff just to help fill out your field, help make your field a bit better. I like that more than I forgot her name, but again, she's always another preference. And I think the grade 3 starter, the grade 3 search is also a good choice as well, since you want to write the new grade 3 and not the other grade 3. Now going to grade 3s, since we're talking about it. For Florentine, the new grade 3 that came out in the set 12, and she's really good. First skill is when she's placed on Vanguard, you can check the top card of your deck and you put it either on top or bottom. So, got deck manipulation there. And then her second skill is when a G unit strides, you can counterblast one Ballistic card, so each special counterblast. Haven't seen that in a while. Yeah, so when your G unit strides, you can each special counterblast Ballistic card. You can check the top 2 cards of your deck. You can put one to hand and then put the other one in the top or bottom is your choice. Then choose the Vanguard, and then it gains a skill that all your rear guards gets plus 3k. Just like that. Continuous. All that. So her skill is basically Susanoo. But with the added benefit of giving all your rear guards 3k. So it's basically the stride Susanoo, but forget the on hit, and I forget the GB3 to give your field plus 2. I think the old one gave that stride gave plus 2. Oh yeah. Ultimately, a good card, and ultimately the card you want to be on grade 3. The other grade 3 is not a bad choice. She's pretty good. She's pretty useful when you stride onto Minuar, but otherwise it's not that great. So we're going to talk about the other grade 3, which came out in the Trinity Dragon. Yeah, I think it was Trinity Dragon. Trinity Dragon Team Booster. Battle Sisters Madeline. So her first skill is GB2 counterblast one Battle Sister. So each special counterblast one Battle Sister. At the end of your opponent's turn, if the number of Battle Sister units you have is 3 or more, and the number of cards you hand is 3 or less, you can draw a card. So basically, you can, by the time you hit your main phase, you can draw you'll draw 2 cards. But that's only if you have 3 Battle Sisters in the rear guard. It might be a bit tough because there's a lot of control decks out there. Locking, retiring, retire binding, fucking Vanquisher. But yeah, but if you manage to pull it off, you can get a card out of it. And then her second skill is when a G unit with Battle Sister strides on top of her, you can choose one of your Vanguard, and it gets the skill that at the end of the battle that your rear guards with Battle Sister in its name attacked Vanguard. If it didn't hit, you can Soul Blast 1 to countercharge 1. So it helps refill your resources by spending Soul Blast, and it works well with Minior, which we'll get to later. So yeah, ultimately you want to be on Florentine. Madeline is the backup, obviously, and you don't want to be on her. So that's why I say you can also run the grade 3 searcher. So if you don't want to write, you can switch out for her. But yeah. On to grade 2s. Ooh. 4 Crepes. Crepe is really good. I like her. So her first skill is G-BT12 Oracle. She gains 2k power. Not a bad choice. Not a bad skill. And then her second skill is on hit, a special counterblast. If you have a grade 3 Vanguard with Battle Sister in its name and your attack hits the Vanguard, you draw a card. Simple as that. On hit pressure. The only problem is that it has to be on a grade 3 Battle or greater Battle Sister, so you can't really early game it. But the on hit pressure, but once you hit grade 3, the on hit pressure is there, so it's nice. Next, for Sable. I call it Sable. That's what I was saying. A new rarity came out in set 12. Skill is when she's placed on rearguard circle, if you have 3 or more other Battle Sisters unit, you can Soul Blast 1 to draw a card. This is really good. Not GB1 restricted, so you can, if you can, on your grade 2 turn, you can just kind of push. You can kind of play another grade 2, and then you can play her to Soul Blast 1 to draw a card. And then you have a front row of grade 2s who can swing at a 9k if they're not running 10k vanillas. Or if you went first, you have a bunch of 9ks swinging at a 7k or less. So yeah, you have the rush potential there in grade 2. And then finally, the card that you're probably wondering, why I'm not running a certain card. I run 3 of the 12k attackers. Now I know what you guys are saying. What the frig is Croquette? Croquette? I think that's the grade 2. Croquette. I'm trying to remember the skill from the top of my head. Skill is Soul Blast. I think it's Soul Blast. Battle Sister card. If she hits, I don't remember if it's Vanguard or anything, but if she hits, you can Soul Blast 1. Look at the top card. If it's a Battle Sister, you add it to hand, and then if not, then you put it back on the deck. I think that's how her skill works, and it's not. And it's old card, so it's not GB1 restricted. I think that's how the skill goes. I will have to double check later. But yeah, you're probably wondering why I'm not running that card. I don't have the card, and I'm not going to try looking for it. So yeah, instead I run the 12k attackers because early game-ish. 12k attacker. If you have a Vanguard Battle Sister card name, it gains 3k power. So yeah. Grade 1s. Bless. 4 Battle Sister Stride Fodders. Battle Sister actually got a Stride Fodder. So you're going to have to run 4 of it. And then you can also use her in case you have this girl to search out this girl. So yeah. Battle Sister got a really good treatment with this. So yeah. 4 of, I say it's a 4 of because you want to stride. This is now a stride deck, you need to stride. And then helps get your cards out. Alright. Grade 1s may change, may or may not change. Depends on a little bit more playing. Right now I'm running 3 Maple, 2 Rusk, and 2 of the 10k attacker. Rusk comes in clutch when it comes to me. I was playing against a card roll player. I had her in the front row. I swing with her, and the guy tried to denial grip me. I'm like, nope, resist. Resist, pretty helpful. So Rusk's skill is, well, she has resists. And then is that Vanguard? Oh wow, it is on Vanguard too. Okay, so dominate. Hey guys, yeah. So resist, retire if it doesn't affect, or lock if it doesn't affect the whole field. Dominate kind of screws it over because you can't choose her. So yeah, pretty useful. Skill first skill is Soul Blast, Battle Sister card. When she attacks, you may pay the cost. When she attacks the Vanguard, when she attacks, you may Soul Blast one Battle Sister card. If you have a Vanguard with Battle Sister card name, she becomes a 10k attacker. Kind of iffy that because kind of iffy to have a 10k attacker on cost since we have our own 10k attacker right here. But the resist does come in helpful. I obviously I run 2 10k attackers and then 3 of Syrup. She's on boost mandatory soul charge. There's a few cards that actually need soul charging. That cost soul blast. So yeah, Maple comes in really helpful. Though I might drop Maple to 2 and probably add a third Rusk. Just because I find Rusk more useful than Maple at the when I play the deck. But yeah, it's up to you. If you don't like it, you can also replace it, add another 10k attacker. But overall, I feel like I'm going to drop a Maple for Rusk in the future. Because I find Rusk more useful in some situations than Maple. I rarely kind of use Maple. In some occasions, but yeah. But for now, 3 Syrup, 2 Rusk, and 2 Taffy, the 10k attacker. And then finally, 4 Battle Sister Marmalade. She's a new PG that came out in set 12. She's basically the old PG that blocks any unit. But she has the added skill that if you have another copy of her in the drop zone and you have 3 or less cards in your hand, you can draw a card. That's pretty good. That's really good. I like that. So yeah. You technically actually use it in any other deck, any other OTT deck. As long as you have another copy of her in the drop zone. So yeah. Anyways, trigger lineup being OTT. Uh, 12 crits. I feel like you kind of need to do 12 crits. It's OTT. I've seen like some Japanese decks that plays draw triggers. That's an option if you feel like you're not drawing enough, because you have like on hit pressure, so you don't really have like guaranteed draws. Though you lose on your crits and your 10k shields, but the draw is there. So yeah, that's an option. But if you play 12 crits, obviously two of them has to be Battle Sisters. Obviously, I think there's only 2 Battle Sister crits. Yeah, so you have Ginger. Her name is Ginger. Yeah, Ginger, and then you have, I forgot her name, Muffin. Obviously run the Muffin because she's recycling. She goes back to the deck, give a unit 3k, and then gains the skill Oracle on attack, countercharge 2. And then if you're running 12 crits, then second break is obviously your only choice, because crit trigger was a skill. But if you're going to use draw triggers, then use the new draw trigger. I think it's a Margot clone. But yeah, and then 4 heals, the new heal, because she looks pretty big. I keep hitting this tripod. Oh man. Alright, on to the G zone. We're gonna start off pretty simple. Pretty much a 4 of any OTT deck. 4 Stillwater. She is stupidly good. She is really good. Stupidly good. Skill. Well, we'll talk about her first skill first. Skill, once per turn, Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, and Persona Flip. You draw 2 cards. Just like that. 2 cards. U plus. That's amazing. Then her next skill is the skill that kind of made OTT like really good. Generation Break 3. Just flip any card in your G zone. she gains the skill. Oh, she doesn't gain the skill. Your for the end for the rest of their turn, your opponent cannot guard with grade zeros or G Guardians. So basically, you're kind of forcing your opponent to drop the perfect guards on all your rear guard attacks, and dropping grade ones and zeros, or not grade ones and twos. So basically 5k shields on every single attack. Yeah, that guard restriction just made OTT so much better. Just this one card made OTT so much better. A must for sure. And yeah, if you run OTT, you need to have a playset of this. It doesn't matter. Now on to other things. People might shout at me at this, but I run 4 of stolen. I didn't steal anything, just let you know. Yeah, but 4 stolen skill. Counterblast 1, Persona Flip, act skill. You may slow charge 1, then look at the number of cards at the top of the deck to equal the number of rear guard battle sisters, and then you can rearrange the card and put it back on top or bottom in any order you choose. So trigger stacking, my god, that's really fun. And then her other skill is GB3. All your battle sister rear guards gets 3k until end of turn. So her 3k stacking with Florence 3k. That's 6k to your field. If you run the grade that starter that gives 3k, your whole field gets plus 9, which is kind of stupid. So yeah, start your choice. What starter you want to use. Yeah, overall it's just a pretty good card. Obviously the trigger stacking is stupidly good. And yeah. Next, I run 2 Minuars. I still like. She's still a pretty good card for the on-hit pressure. So skill. Flip any card face up. She gains skill. Counterblast 1 when a unit with battle sister hits. Attack hits. I think it's not Vanguard restricted, so you can attack rear guard. Hits. You can counterblast 1 to draw a card, and the continuous skill Generation Victory Oracle. All your units in the front row with Basses and card name gets 1k for every card in your hand. So once you hit Oracle, your whole front row gets 5k, just like that. It's pretty stupidly good. So yeah, and you got the on-hit pressure. So yeah, still run Minuar. Still a good card. One Susanoo. He's just there for the flip target. I rarely go on to him. And 1 Amaterasu, because Amaterasu is Bay. Either you do go on to her, or you use her as a flip target. So yeah. G Guardians, 1 Losange Magus, Apex. Counterblast 1, Persona, not Persona, but flip a G Guardian over. You check the top 2 cards of your deck. You put 1 into your hand and put the other one at the bottom of the deck. So basically doing OTT things with that. 2 Amaterasu because she's a really good G guard. You should always run Amaterasu. And then 1 of the new Battle Sister G Guardian. Skill is Counterblast 1. When she's placed on Guardian Circle, you draw a card. Then you reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a grade 1 or greater, she gains plus 5k shield. It's an end turn. Then you may put the reveal card to the bottom of the deck. So you can either put it back in the top or bottom. So yeah, a really good G Guardian. You get a card out of it, so that's good. So yeah, and that's it for this Battle Sister deck profile. Once again, if you see something that you say, oh, I prefer to run this card, or maybe you should swap out for that card, or maybe go actually find Croquette, you lazy son of a bitch, then I may do that, I may not do that last part. But yeah, again, yeah, like I said, if you have any opinions on the deck, what cards you want to swap, what cards you suggest just add in or swap out, leave in the comments below. I'll try to comment as much as I can. I've been getting lazy on replying to comments. I need to get better on that. But yeah, if you like what you see, like the video. If you want more content, you can subscribe to my channel. I'll try to upload more often if I can. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.